This took me 3 hours to build, but you can download it with one click of a button, or you can watch the entire video and learn how to build an AI assistant with N8N that checks out emails, replies to emails specifically on a business needs, make outgoing phone calls using a voice AI assistant in retail, or make incoming bookings on a calendar using Go HighLevel. So we're going to learn how to put it all together, and it's going to be one amazing workflow. Now, you might wonder, what is this really worth? Well, let's let AI tell you how much this is worth. What is the monthly salary of an assistant, a basic assistant in the United States?
Sure, if we take that average annual salary for an administrative assistant, which is around 51,800, and break it down monthly, you're looking at roughly about $4,300 a month before taxes.
My name is Alters. I run my own AI agency, and I teach other students in my small mentorship group how to sell AI to businesses in exact models exactly like this. So it's going to be a step-by-step, probably one of my most amazing videos, and you're going to learn a bunch of stuff. Plus, you can just go ahead and download this at the end if you need to. So let's go out. Let's see what it does. Here's an example, and we're going to go out and build this awesome AI agent. What is this total AI agent system about? It's an email agent and a phone agent. In fact, it's a multiple phone agent with multiple retail assistants and high-level assistants. How does it work and why we need it? So, for example, in here, this is for a coaching assistant business. And this is, again, it's a snapshot you actually get and you can add into HighLevel. It comes with a website in here, but this is a coaching business and it will have a bunch of services, leadership, development, career management. Now, let's say someone sends them an email, very similar to this one in here, and all they want to do is book in one of their courses. Wow. This whole system here is going to handle all of it. Now, if we just scroll down a little bit in here, our first little module in here is just going to determine if this is a booking or is this something about information or something else. So once it receives the email, this is where it's going to trigger. Say, hey, can we make a booking? This is Frank with a phone number. Hey, I'd like to make a booking. Now, first agent here, it's going to decide if it's a booking or it's information. Of course, you can add whatever you want to in this. So this is going to execute, it's going to think, it's going to look at its things, and it's going to realize, hey, this is someone that actually wants to make a booking for us. Now, what's the next step? We want to have it in nice folders in our Outlook system for it. And it's exactly what this part's going to do. It's just going to take our email and it moves it over into a booking folder, or there's the conversation folder, or the services information folder. So it just groups it up a little bit better. Now, what happens if this is a reply from a previous message? Let's say someone's writing an email and then they decide to make a booking. Well, we don't need our AI agent to handle it because most likely your receptionist, your sales team, or their sales team is already handling it. So let's just check. Next step, make sure, is this a new email or an old email? And all this does here in this one is it just checks if it's a reply email or a new email. And sweet, once we have a new email, we're just going to assign a variable. Now we're ready to go, and we know the thread. The system is starting because we're looking at bookings, and this is all this part does in here. We just say the intention of this workflow is to make bookings. Now, this is the cool part in here. Our first super agent, that was just a little agent. Our first super agent is obviously, it's going to come in here. Now, if I want to check up any information, we have a little bit of a spreadsheet in here. It contains how much a course is and what the course is about. We don't need to worry about this part in this thread. All we need to know is that this person wants to make a booking. So we're going to, number one, send them an email that says, here's our booking link. So that's the first part it's going to do with this one in here. But secondly, it's going to notify our secretary, our booking team, our sales team, and it's going to notify them with a phone call saying, hey, you got someone interested in your course. Better check your email and follow up with them. So how does that all look? How does it all work? It works with Retell AI in the back end, and we're going to go through it all in here. I'm just going to unpin this one. But what it does is it goes and executes. It looks at the email, looks at the body, and then it sends the email out. And we'll look at the emails soon. But your receptionist is also going to get a call, or the booking team. Hello.
Hi, Sandra. This is Samantha calling. I hope you're having a good day. I'm calling to let you know that we've just received a new email from someone who is interested in booking one of our courses. The email came from altus9man@gmail.com. Could you please make sure to check this email and do some follow up with them? Just to confirm, that's altus9man@gmail.com.
Cool. So now you receptionist knows, now everyone knows, hey, there's something important. Someone wants to make a booking. Let's give some attention to it. But it's not done. Let's add the cherry on the top. We are going to allow or get our retail voice assistant to, number one, make a phone call to this person. And if they have any questions or answers, we're going to get them to do that. And if they want to make a booking, we are going to send them to a high level booking system with high level and voice AI and high level. And it's going to come into our CRM system, into our booking system. And it's actually going to schedule a Zoom call, everything out for us. So let's just see how that one works. This is the cool part in it. This is the cherry on the top part of this, all of the system. So I got the old phone call. Here we come with the new phone in here. The iPhone is ringing. And oh, hello, who's this?
Hi there. This is Samantha from Business Coaching Service Name. I just wanted to reach out because we received your email about booking a course. Is this Frank?
Yes, this is Frank.
Great, thanks, Frank. I wanted to personally follow up about your interest in booking a course. Is there anything specific you're hoping to achieve with business coaching, or do you have any questions about our program?
I'm just wondering, how much is that business consultation?
Great question, Frank. A business consultation service is $300. It includes personalized career guidance, skill.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Can I book that in now, please?
That's wonderful, Frank. I'm going to transfer you right over to our booking team. They'll get you all set up for the business consultation. Just hold on one moment for me.
And this is going to transfer us to high level.
Hi, this is Emma from the booking team. How can I help?
Hey, good day. Yeah, no, I'm ready to make that booking.
Sure, let me check the available slots for you. Here are some available slots. Today, the 14th of August at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, the 15th of August at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., or 12 p.m.
I like that. I like that 12 p.m. one.
Great choice. I see we have your email at david123@gmail.com. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You're all set for Friday, the 15th of August at 12 p.m. Is there anything else?
No, you're all good. Thank you. Goodbye. And just like that, you're booked in. Everyone gets notifications. Look at emails through. The course creators gets emails through. You have a total cool log in here. Let's quickly refresh this one. Your high level load. So now this person is in your CRM system. You can send emails, you can book them, and you can have pipelines through them. Here it is in here, the summary for David and the transcripts in here. Follow up, great choices, done. Sweet, good, ready to go. Awesome total email system. And again, you can just build this out. You can add more things to it. You can make more calls to it. The possibilities really become endless from here. So, hope you really liked this. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope this makes sense. And we'll now go through and set this all up step by step. And of course, I'll give you the blueprint and cool things. And it's going to be a total system because we're also going to use our Claude voice AI build, and it's totally kicking ass at the moment. I'll show you here. It's one of the projects in here, and it just creates voice AI assistant prompts. It's totally insane because it's preloaded with a bunch of formats, PDFs, instructions, and it creates all these awesome voice AI assistants. So it's going to be a total product we're going to use. Retell AI. You're going to go through the basics of Retell AI. You're going to go through the basics of N8N, N8N agents, settings, variables, making HTTP requests. There's a bit of extra sheets in here. And then, of course, there's high level stuff in as well. So, really, total package. It's really worth a bunch of money, especially if we're going to sell this to businesses as a total AI operating system that comes with a snapshot of a website and AI agents and AI and so much more. So yeah, let's get into this and it should be a lot of fun. So we're going to need a couple of cool things to make this working, and you don't have to have them. You can just watch the entire video and have an awesome understanding of how things work. But if you want to follow step by step, use all of it, then you're going to need a couple of things. And some of these applications and apps is a little bit expensive sometimes, but I want to quickly show you some really cheap ways of getting those subscriptions for a massive kind of discount. So obviously the first one we're going to need is N8N. N8N's awesome, it's cool, it's good, but it can be a bit pricey if you use their platform, N8N.io. And you can see it comes about to £20, $26 a month. Now, you don't need this. N8N is actually open source, so you can actually run it on your own device, or you can host it on any VPS software kind of thing. So lots of them out there, but I recently discovered this cool one by hosting it, and it is actually got it ready to go. So you don't need to know how to set things up, how to have a bunch of fancy configurations, and just look at the pricing. I think it's about $5 a month. Okay, so $5 a month you can get your N8N instance up and running. However, I'm just going to say you probably want to get the $7 one a month. It's a bit more powerful virtual computer that you're going to run, and it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of space, so a really great option to have. So and then when you go through, it's super easy to install. You just choose it, it loads, and you sign into your N8N, kind of like you would exactly sign up into the account there, and it's your N8N instance hosted on your server. So really cool, good option to have. The other thing we're going to use within N8N is a lot of OpenAI stuff. So the OpenAI API key gets, you can get that from platform.openai. You just need to sign up. You don't need to register. It's free signing up. Oh, you don't need to pay a subscription to sign up. However, you just need to put $5 or $10 onto your account so you can use the API key for usage. However, so I've built all that out using the OpenAI ChatGPT module. You shouldn't really go look at OpenRouter. OpenRouter, kind of the same thing, but think of it as kind of like the supermarket of of large language modules API keys. Now, lots of them out here, so kind of the same thing. You don't have to pay for them, but you put a bit of money on your virtual wallet, and from there you can use any of the large language modules. And I lost count. There's a lot of them. There's quite a few, couple of hundred of them in here, but you get access to all OpenAI, Mistrals, Perplexities, and you can use all their, if you go scroll down, you can use all their API keys or get access to them through one platform. So one API key gives you all the access. So you can even use a bunch of free models. So that's one thing that you need. You need a large language module API connection somewhere. And the next thing you're going to need is Retell AI. Retell AI is pretty much one of the best voice AI platforms at the moment. You try for free, then there's a pay per usage, and the pay per usage is really cool because it works it out on the cost per large language module and whatever phone provider you're going to have. So you're going to need a phone number, but Retell AI does it all for you. And the good thing about this is actually it's kind of the backbone for our next project, our next program. You definitely need to get, if whatever you do today, the one thing that you need to get at some stage if you're going to do AI is HighLevel, because HighLevel actually has a bunch of AI stuff that is super awesome and good for businesses. So they got all the AI stuff, but they have all the extra packages like the CRM, email management, social media management, which is really good. And it's a total package that works awesomely well. So it works directly in and creates value for businesses. Now, the reason I'm using this for our inbound agent, they don't use outbound yet, so we're skipping retail. It's actually built on top of Retell AI, so it's got that good quality, but then it allows you to do CRM stuff and awesome stuff that you should be using for businesses. It's a must, I almost want to say. Now, yeah, I'm rambling on about it. You can go see how awesome HighLevel is. You can get the free trial. Leave a link down the bottom. But it is quite expensive. However, of course, I'm going to show you a cheap alternative if you actually join the actual school group. So AI agency mentorship.ai, you get unlimited high-level accounts as part of your sign-up, plus a bunch of cool other stuff, okay? So it's only $97, but you get the equivalent of the $500 plan to it, including all the cool other stuff. Alternatively, if you don't want that, obviously you get the free school group, you get the school group that goes with that, with all the training programs that we'll talk about later on. But if you join the free resources, so there's a free resource group, you can come in here and there's high-level accounts for like $20 a month. You don't get any of the support and help and guidance and cool training programs, but that's in there at least, so you can get really cheap high-level accounts, like $20 a month. It's really awesome and insane. So go get yourself those things, go get it set up. So this is going to be a tutorial, so you can build along as we go through this, follow along and set it up for you, because it's insane value. Okay, so go through, get some of those things, get it ready, and let's start building this out. Right, so part of the AI operating system that we're going to offer is a website or a website update or upgrade as such, where we can maybe add something like chat modules into it or make it look better. And high level makes it really easy because we have all these snapshots. I got about 123 of them, and it's really pre-made, awesome, cool looking websites. And we're going to use the business example in here. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's a business consultation coaching kind of service. And for this little demo, we're just going to work with if someone wants to make a booking or if they want to ask for more information on the services. Now, doesn't matter if you've set these up before, you know that, or if you even run your own business, you know that people are always going to email. There's always going to be email questions, and then you can have your chat systems up, you can have your booking appointments up, you can have your AI assistants up. People are still going to email through it. And this is the AI assistant we're going to build out. And I'm just going to show you the skeletons of this, because you'll be able to do so much more with this. So in here, what we're going to do is, if someone sends an email about a booking, or if they're going to ask about the services, then we're only going to do a couple: the leadership course as such, the career coaching one, and the case management one. And what I've just done is I've added a bit of a knowledge base as well, so we can go through that to craft our email replies. And then what we can go through in here, so all of that is the services and our pricing and our abouts in here. So it's just little drafts that we're going to do. Okay, so we're not going to actually send the emails out. It is just going to be any drafts. Okay, so we're going to come back in here. So we have this open and ready to go. Now let's build out our assistant. So we're going to build this out with Outlook. Okay, so you can use this with any one of the other ones you want. It's going to be Outlook in here. I had this one in here. So the trigger is going to be an incoming message. And again, you can do Outlook. You can do Gmail if you want to. Gmail is good because you can add labels later on. Outlook is going to be different, so I'll just move this one in here, because we're going to add folders, right? So kind of the same thing, just different. So whatever you're going to have or haven't, you need to make sure you're going to have to connect your N8N through it, and lots of documentations on it, lots of other YouTube videos on it. Just make sure you have a actual Outlook connection. Gmail connection shows green, so it means your account is ready to go, and we can do some cool stuff with it. Now, a good tip is that we want to have some data to come in, so we're going to test this trigger, and instead of testing the trigger all the time, we're just going to go and actually create a pinned data set as such. So I'm going to send myself an email here. So this is my Gmail, and it's going to say to myself, book in a course. Hi there, I would like to book in a course. Hi there, I would like to book in a course for leadership. Okay, so in here, and then thanks. We'll call it somewhere else. Thanks, Mark. Okay, so we're gonna send that off. Just move this out of the way a little bit. Hit the send button. So I'm gonna wait 5 seconds. What is revive? And then I'm gonna say fetch some data, and here we go. It received our information. So we have this conversation ID, which we're going to use really soon. We have the subject, we got the body. Awesome. And we're going to use this little button here called pin data. So Great. That means we can use this all the time. Now, how are we going to separate and figure out what all the different ones are? Is it a booking? Is it a quote? What we used to have to do is add an OpenAI module, and you had to configure quite a lot of things in it. So you want to probably, there's the analyzer in here, which it kind of does, but we want to message module, and you had to put in your module, specify your output, and you had to tell your AI, figure out from this message if it's going to be a booking or not a booking, and then send it in a specific order. N8N has made it a little cooler and easier, and they've gone with the text classifier, which is kind of the same thing, because at the bottom in here, and just a little bit off my screen, I'll move this up in here. I see this is just a little moved out too. We're just going to add the module in here, and we still need to add an OpenAI module. So remember, you need your API key, platform.openai.com, and you go create an API key, add your API key, connect it, make sure it's green, and we are just going to select GPT 4.1 mini. 5 has come out a couple of weeks ago. People aren't too happy with it, but you should have the 5 mini. Let's go test it. Where's the 5? I'm sure I saw 5 mini. Let's go test it, right? GPT 5 mini. Let's go test that one. Now, what is this going to do for us? It is going to take our message body, and we're going to start categorizing it. So, is this going to be a booking? If the person says that they want to make a booking or schedule a meeting, and here, then we're going to go with more information. Information on services. Information on services. If the person wants more information on your on services, not your service, on services like price, a quote, or more details. The services we have are, you can pop this little out in here, and we can actually have, just copy those in here, copy that, and we can actually have that in there, and likewise this one here. So if someone sees any of those, that's what we do, and we're going to shut that one more services on here, and we're going to shut this one in here. Now the next one we got to build out, so we're just going to think about replies. So we're going to take this off. So if someone's going to reply on this, we probably don't want our AI assistant to send the same kind of things. So it's going to set in here. I'm just going to build out a little one. So the obvious one is going to be other emails, and then we're going to add reply emails. So if it seems like they are replying to an email, so let's say they've asked for a quote or a booking, and the team, your assistant or anyone else has replied to them. It's going to have the RE bit in there, and we'll go through that, but that's in the subject. So we just need to think a little bit ahead, because the body content might seem that we're replying to a message. But if it doesn't, we're going to do the next part, that we're going to trigger out the subject parts. Okay, so all other messages, so we have the main things. We're going to have a booking, an information, anything else, and if it becomes reply messages. So these we just want to end. You can add them to folders if you want to add them to folders. These ones, I'm not going to do it now. If you have other informations, if they are sign up to any alert services, like the CCTV and camera alert services, you might want to have that in there as well. Really good motion detection on your cameras, things to think about. But bookings, we want to now put in the Outlook, and I'll just show you where it is. And it's the folder, get folder, update folder. And I don't think you actually have an option to move it into folders. I think it's get folder, create folder. I don't think you have an option to move it into folders. No. Message action, delete, get many, move a message. And we're going to move this from your inbox. I just want to move this one over. Sorry. So first I need to delete this. This is why it doesn't work. So we're going to execute this, and our output should go in the booking branch. Okay, so we ask for booking, it's going in the booking branch. If booking branch contains one option, we're going to come through in here. Now, we want to move this from whatever list we have. I don't think we have any list for this. Where is it? I thought we would just have inbox. Come on. From list. And here. Sorry, message ID. It should be this one. I thought it would be this one here by ID. And it should be the conversation ID. Let's just see if that works. The actual conversation ID, we want to move it into the booking folder. And see, no, it doesn't like that. And it should be this one. Oops. Sweet. And now, when we come to bookings, we'll come in here, move this in here, and there we go. It's in there, right? So, that worked. So, it's by the ID in the top. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one. And I'm going to do the same in here for information. And this is just going to move into our information folder. Services folder. Where do I have inside? Services. All right, and I have that one on there. So, all this says, an email is going to come in. And it's going to figure out what it is. Then it's going to move it into our folders for us. And if it's any of these, it's going to leave it alone. But now, where does the reply messages come from? So we're going to have to think and double up on this, because a reply message is in a photo, will be an action, has attachment, read status. No. So we need to figure out what to do with reply messages. So if any of the subject says reply, then it needs to not progress to the next step. So we're just going to add 2 text phrases in here, and we can just go in here, text classifier again. And this time I'm going to say, if our trigger message, the subject category reply message, if the message if the subject contains, and I should probably put in here, reply subject, if the subject spelling is horrendous today. If the subject seems that it seems, should not use language, looks like it's a reply message containing things like Ari. I'm going to say any other. If it seems like a, I don't know why I'm saying this today. If the message is a new message, if the subject is a reply message, hit this in here and open AI. Now, what this should do for us again. So we're just filtering out the replies so we don't double up on people that replies to our messages, and especially when there's a reply chain going through. Next minute we trigger a bunch of calls again and the person gets confused and they get annoyed. So let's zoom out in this one a little bit, have this in here, and then we're going to execute this step in here and it should hopefully come to other. So message subject is other. Nice. Okay, so copy this entire step. Come on. I thought it would duplicate the entire thing, but it doesn't like that. Open AI and make sure we use GPT Mini 5.1. Where's 5? Where's 5? Where's 5? 5 Mini. Right, in here. Now, let's just move things up a little bit to make it look good. So this is going to be our incoming message. We're going to analyze the body. Then if this is going to be a new message, it's going to come through in here. If it's going to be, let's move this here. So we'll rename this really soon, but this is going to be a booking in here. And this is going to be this in here. And now we're going to, if it's a reply message, we can just kill the conversation because then someone is already looking at it. We're already aware of it. However, anything else we're going to send to our AI assistant. So, and we're going to test this out really quickly. AI agent that's going to handle the rest for us. I'm going to hit this one in here. We're going to select our chat module. Sorry. Going to select our chat module, open AI, and our chat module mini 5.1. Where's 5? Where's 5? It'd be nice if it actually selects it. Maybe I need to update my N8N in here, a simple memory. So we're going to link all the others one in here. The rest are just going to be reply messages, so we don't need to worry about those. Our simple memory is going to be in here, and we're just going to connect up our conversation ID in here, so it remembers that. Nope. It's going to be 5. Define it, expression ID. In fact, it should be conversation ID. So it's going to be email ID every time, but this is just going to be our conversation ID. So don't actually have to give it a memory because it's just going to be straightforward, straight chats. But let's quickly look at this. So just so we can test it along, I'm going to unpin this. Now, if I come to this message and I'm going to reply, and I come in here and I'm going to reply, and I'm just going to say, I don't know why this has gone really slow. Say, hi, what services, or hi, what session would you like to book in? I'll hit that send button in there, and that's going to send that off. Everything's going really slow all of a sudden. Now, when I come back to my Gmail, which I'll still have open, I have this email in here, which says, "Hi, what would you like to reply in?" Now I'm going to reply and say, I want to make a booking for the coaching service. Now when I send it off, let's test our little AI agent. So send that, count to 5 seconds, and then we're going to go fetch event in here. Now, so look at this. So we have the reply in here, and it's got a whole reply sequence to this. So let's see what this does. We're going to pin this in here, and then we're going to run this one. And this is going to say that it should cut it off here, hopefully. All right, no, it's still coming up in here, so it's all about a booking in here. It's put it in a folder for us. It's going to be okay. It's going to go through here. Now, this is the part that I want to test out and see if this works. I wanted to cut off for us. I wanted to go through there, and there it does. Nice. So it's a reply message, so we're not going to go ahead with executing this workflow. Right, so awesome, that part works. So let me quickly go in here and let's redo everything real quick. And I'm just going to send another email on this setting here. On the side, I'm just going to say again, I just want to make a booking so we can follow. So I hope that makes sense. So there's a lot to this. We just want to filter out the reply emails so the reply emails don't trip us up. So in here, and we are going to go with test. No, I was writing another one. I want to make a booking. Hit that one in there. Send that quickly in here, and we're going to come through back in here. We are going to unpin this data. We're going to fetch some new data, and it should be our blank email again. I want to, no, it's still the same one. I only just received it. There we go. Pin that one in there. Nice. So we've come through in here, and we're going to go through executing this step in here. This is going to come through. We want to make a booking. Nice. We're going to move this back into a new folder. Then we are going to send this to our agent. Now, we are going to start creating a draft. So the second part is we're going to create the draft, and we are also going to make the phone call to our Retell AI assistant. So obviously need Retell. So we'll go sign up to that soon, but let's just go work on this little prompt in here. So and we can kind of rename all of this. So we're going to hit the sticky notes in here. I am a sticky note. And let's just go quickly through renaming everything. And we're going to give it some cool names. We're going to call this one the body agent. Body agent. Oh, body assistant. Body agent. And I'm going to go rename this one. Email body agent. Rename. Have this in here. Have this in here. And we're going to rename this one. Move into booking folder. And this one is going to be rename, move into services info folder. Rename that one. And again, the more you have, the more you're going to build out. And so I'm going to move these over a little bit like this. Hit the copy in there. And make this one a little bit smaller. Just want to make it visually more appealing. And I should just copy that one. And we can just have it in here. And this is going to be our subject agent. Subject agents. And we can give this another cool color. And make this one red. Now, our red looks a bit scary. But, all right. So, let's go work on automating here. Now, we are just going to give it a basic prompt. You can make this prompt a lot more advanced if you need to be. In fact, we don't need this custom memory. No, we do. In fact, we do, because we're going to send messages backwards and forwards. But I'm just going to come in here and we need to execute this one first. And hopefully it reads it as an other message. Nice. And we don't even need to pin that one. That's all right. So, okay, let's just quickly think about this. So, a couple of things are going to happen. You're going to get an email. It's going to be for asking information about the course, or it's going to be wanting to make a booking. Now, if you're using SMS and texting and all those cool things, then yes, pretty good that you can use an AI agent to do the bookings. But it's harder with email backwards and forwards of email. So all you can really do, or really good to do, is to send a booking link. Okay. Now, if it's on more information, we can actually get more information on the said person as we need to. That's really cool as well. So we can figure that out using our actual spreadsheet document. And then we want to trigger an important, if it's an important message, we also want to trigger a phone call for it. Now, how are we all going to build this out? One cool AI agent. And again, we're going to come through here. Just going to make sure we have actually for this, select GPT with 4.1. Okay. Just because I don't trust 5 yet. Now, if we go into 5, you'll see that 5, depending on the usage and the system prompt and so on, figures out whether it should be a thinking module. So it's a kind of an all-in-one AI agent. I just want a smart one for this stage, and we're going to stick with 4.1 in this case. Because I wanted to decide if it's going to be for a, the intent is going to be a booking intent, or if it's going to be a, asking for more information intention. And that's why we're going to draft the emails out. So these text classifiers works really well for that. Whether it's a booking or not comes to this agent. If it's something else, we're going to send it to another agent, and so forth. So, and then very last, what we want it to do, because it needs to be a little bit smarter, is if we have someone that wants to make a booking, because course bookings are really important for us, we're going to want someone to follow up. So we're going to make a phone call to our AI assistant, or to our receptionist, that's going to say, hey, by the way, someone's booked in, you need to check your email. So then our assistant actually gets an email instead of a gets a phone call instead of a text message. Now, you can do it with text messaging if you want to set this up with Go HighLevel, or if you don't want to pay for Go HighLevel, it gets quite expensive, we can just do this via Retell AI. And I'll show you how to do all this. Okay, so our AI agent needs to be a little bit smarter. So we're going to use 4.1 for this. We're going to double click on this. We're going to have our specific user prompt. So we're going to drag some stuff in our system messages. We're going to drag some stuff in as well. So what is the system message we want to build out? So I'm going to come through in here. I'm going to hit this in here. I'm going to say, I want you to create a system message prompt for me for an AI assistant. This AI assistant is going to have the following functions. It's going to receive an email subject and an email body. From within the email subject and email body, it needs to craft a reply. Now, the reply is going to be one of two things. If the person is going to ask for a booking, we are going to craft a reply and send the email out using the Outlook tool, and the email is going to have our friendly greeting, so leave a space for what greeting we're going to give. Then we're going to redirect them to a booking link, and we also need to finish off the email with something professional like, please reach out to us on this number, thank you, from the team. The other type of information you might get might be for further information. We are going to use our Google Sheet tool to figure out further information and try answer their email with the information we have. If we cannot answer the email, just do a reply saying, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about this? And I will get back to you. Or craft an email reply using the information you have, and then also refer them to the website for more information. The email reply to this is going to have to be something with a good opening line and a closing line. Lastly, if someone asks to make a booking, then you need to send them the email, but step 2 is you need to use the HTTP module to craft a phone call as well. So create a system prompt for me for this. All right, I'm just going to send this in here. So just trying to figure out and explain the most logical parts for this, and hopefully it gives us some good examples. So you're an AI assistant, you have these tools in here, identify if the email request is for a booking, look for book school kid. Nice. And it should send through our booking module in for us, and we'll see if we can actually add this. After sending the email trigger, it should be cool. Sweet. If the email is asking for further information, search the Google Sheet for the details, website URL. Sweet. This is going to be cool. So sample message. Nice. I like this. This is good. So let's just copy this over, and we're going to edit it a little bit. So hit the Control C button. We can shut this one for now, and we're going to come through here, and our system prompt is going to be this. Now, a good tip to do in N8N, if you go in expression, click that little button in there, and it actually pops out a bit bigger, and these placeholders you'll see will be red because we need to fill it in. However, if you link it up, it will be in there. But anyway, so we read through the top. So if the email is requesting a booking system, draft a reply using the Outlook tool, use a friendly greeting, use a friendly greeting. So we're just going to say this, use a friendly greeting, something similar to, hi, this is the hi from the coaching team. Oh, hello from the coaching team. If you can find a name from the email body, then use that. Include a booking link. So we're just going to come through here and have this. Does that actually work? Oh, yeah, that's it. It's not going to be anything. I know there's a booking link in there. So I'd use the booking link in there. And with a professional closing, please reach out to us. Thank you from the team. 0212.513. So there, after sending the email, trigger the. Now this is trigger the HTTP1 module. I don't need to pass variables. Now you can pass. We'll work on this. Okay, you don't need to pass the you can pass the variables in Retell. It takes a little while to explain, understand that, but we'll go through that. We'll go through that. We're just gonna say pass codes and variables. Variables email address. All right. If the email is asking for further information, keywords, information, details, tell me more, how much, explain, quote, and especially on our services are. Now, you should also think about if they ask for the address, the opening times, and things like that. So you should really, when you build this out, think about things that people can ask. That's why you should know your niche. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the basics through to this. Like I say, you can schedule phone calls. If we figure out the phone number from here, like if they include a phone number in, then the next step is going to be adding the email, and we'll see if we can build that out after making that phone call. Search a Google Sheet for the relevant details. If the information is found, draft a reply email with the line, refer them to the website. So we'll just go services. Nope, come on. It's going to come in here. Copy that. Refer them to the website for more information. Draft a reply with hey, first name. And I was going to say like this. Name if you can find it. And web, steps to email or writing rules. Always be friendly. Always use a personal greeting. Avoid jargon. Output format. Your output format should be the following. I need the output format. Okay. So we have the system prompt, right? I just need to tell it what to do. And then I'm just going to link those up. Email subject is going to be this. So we have our Outlook trigger in here. Our subject we can link up as an expression. Email body should be this. And now we can change the intent. Move into folder. So text phrase only says true or not. So that's all right. You can actually, if we use the text phrase in here, let's see here, text classifier. So we can't move the output. I was hoping that we can email body agent. So it doesn't save this to JSON. So you can add a custom variable in here if you want to show the intention. So it's a variables. So it's the set field. Let's quickly add some stuff in here. Where do I add this? Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. And we're going to say as intent. Intent. Intention. I can't even do that. I was gonna see that we can actually. I know this is right. Intention. Gonna say is a booking request. And let's say copy this one. And let's say intent in here is going to be, intention is going to be more information. And I'll link those up. So all I'm doing is I don't actually know if there's another way to do this. I thought we can grab this out in here. In fact, you can probably rename this as well. Yeah. That's all right. Gonna execute this step. So now we have a custom variable intention. Booking intention. So I need to make sure we just say it's JSON. So email intention, just to help our AI out a little bit. JSON.intention. Now that should map it still out if it comes from this one. So the JSON dot means it's actually just one before. So let's go through in here, and now we're going to draft the tool. So we're going to go Outlook, and we're going to just hit the straight send email button. So we don't need to do the booking. To subject message. In fact, this should just be, we're going to reply. We will just disconnect. So what I needed to do is I need to execute from previous modules. So it's going to do its thing. And I want this to come on. Loading up. All right, that's all right. It failed. Map that. And I also want to map this one quickly. So I just want this to say reply. Okay, so I want this from previous mapping. I don't know why it doesn't show this. Booking. That is annoying. I thought we would be able to say this, but that's all right. We are going to go down in here. We're just going to say draft reply like this. The email subject should be reply. And I'm going to map this out from in here. Okay, so we're just going to make sure it looks like a proper reply message. It's because there's going to be a message. Else it's just going to send a new thread. So that's how we do that. Put it in the prompt. I thought we can have it in here. We're going to have the AI in there, at least one recipient. 2 emails in here. All right, define 2. And we're going to come back in here and we're going to say, this is the information we found. And we can also need to, forgot to map those out. Subject turn and from email. This is going to be that one in there. Now, I'm going to unmap that one and I also want to hit save. Execute the step. Then it's going to fail with the HTTP request, but that is okay. And it should send through the email. It still doesn't like it. Still doesn't like it a third time. Still doesn't like it a fourth time. What are we struggling with? Stop. What a horrible loop to go through. All right, let's see what it struggles with. Logs. I should have mapped that out. Anyway. It is. Does it just send a bunch of emails? Nope. To subject message. Did the model decide to alters from tool description? Send the reply email. Let's say this one. Send the reply email. And make sure we say this in here at this time. Email address, include a link. Email should be from here. We'll map it out then. All right. Let's run it. All right. For some reason it did it twice. Why twice? Okay. Email 1, email 2. Phone call confirmation of your booking request. Hey Mike, we've received your booking request and we'll contact you. That's a bit silly. All right. I know why it's getting confused is with the HTTP module. So let's just build this out for a second. Let's go see what this says again. Still sends through both emails. So it's got in its mind that we've actually done a booking now. So in here. So what happens if we remove this one? Does my hidden white want to do it twice? It's still like sending 2 emails. Okay. Let me quickly see why it sends 2. No, it only sends 1. Hey Mark. And then why the 2 one is there? Booking refresh confirmed. Let's build this out. I'm just going to go through. So our booking one is done. So let's go through and we're going to unpin all of these. And we are going to send through an email about further information. Let's pin this through in here. And then we're going to connect a memory in here. And then we're going to do the Outlook, the sheet tool. And we're going to say read the information from the sheet. So we just want to add this in here about our services tool. And we are just going to choose this and that one. And that's all right. We're going to have that in there. So let's go through, minimize all this, and we are going to go through and step by step ask about how much is the business consultation. So I'm going to come back in here, have this open here, and I'm going to say common.com. I'm going to say how much. I'm going to say hi. I saw on your website that you have a how much is this? Thanks, David. Okay. So come through, come back. we are gonna hit the send button in here, and count to 4. I'll see the email come in. Where's my emails? Come on, inbox. Outlook is really slow today. There's no like an event from Outlook. Hey, I saw your business calls. Nice. Map that out. So hit the save button. So where is this going to decide it's going to go? Nice. It's going to come through here. Then where is this going to go? And it's going to move it into our services information in here. I'm trying to show you my Outlook, but it's really slow here on the side. So is it going to be a reply email or a new email? It's going to be a new email. Then it's going to execute the intention for us. So in here, that's what it is. Now, let's go see. I'm a bit worried about my prompt. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's sent 2 emails. Now, let's see what this hit does. So I want to have that in. I'm going to have that in. All right, then I have to book that. Now, reads the sheet. Done. See, they just did it once. Feeling great like that. And bring up the log in here. Say, hey, David, thank you for your research for our business consultation course. The price from the course is $300. Nice. That's what we want. $300. Our consultation period, have professional essential skills long-term program. Salary for further information, please visit the website. If you have any further information, please let us know. Right. Now, that works. So let's go see my inbox in here. And I have this one here. And cool. Awesome little email sent through there. So that's just about a good part of it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll go back now and we'll connect our HTTP module in here. So if someone says that they want to make that booking, we want to make sure that they make a phone call to us as well. So let me hit the save button in here. Take a sip of water and I'm going to come back and we're going to go over the last part, which is the retail part, which is going to make a phone call for us. So we'll get into that part next. So for the next part, we're going to need Retell AI. Now I've chosen Retell AI just because it's the free version to do. High level would work better to send SMSs, but all this is going to do is it's going to be cool because it's going to be able to call our receptionist and say, hey, by the way, you just had someone that wants to make a booking. Make sure we follow up with this person. Okay, so we don't just want this just to be left alone to email and no one follows up. So it's a little something extra and important to do. So you're going to come to Retell AI, you're going to register. You are going to either buy a phone number from them or you're going to go to Twilio and buy a phone number from Twilio. Now, you'll have something that looks like this. I'm not going to cover everything in Retell AI. I like this by far 100 times over than what I do Vampy at all. I would not use Vampy. I would not sell Vampy. Don't like it at all. This is better. And I think High Level actually uses Retell in the back end. I don't know that for sure, but Retell AI, this is how we're going to set this up. So what we're going to do is we are going to first off just go to our API keys and you're going to create a new one. So I'm going to say add API key in here. And all I need to do is make sure that I add the API key, and I'll call this one delete now because we're going to create this and I'm going to save this somewhere for us. And when I show you this, you'll be able to see all of this. So eventually I need to delete this so you don't use my API key and make a bunch of phone calls for myself. Now, And the next part we need is I'm just opening a notepad on the side, and you'll actually see this very soon as well. Now, Retell AI is a really awesome tool to use. I use it all the time. It is, and I'll just quickly show you in here. And this is in the main agency mentorship program. And by far, I think HighLevel has got the best voice AI system. And after that is Retell. Synflow is good, but really expensive. I would not use VAPI, but I have the training programs in there. And likewise, 11 Labs is okay, but it's more for website chat modules. So I really think Retell is good because you can do inbound and outbound. But at the end of the day, HighLevel has a voice AI system ready for you to go. So I would really use that. And as you can see, I got lots of training on all of that. I got lots of training on N8N vibe coding, instantly outreach. I got 100,000 leads that I give you when you join. You get unlimited HighLevel accounts when you join as well. But anyway, back to Retell AI. Not just that, I'm also going to show you this really cool Claude secret that I use, but we're going to come through in here. We have our API key. We're going to come to agents. We're going to create a new agent. It's going to be a voice agent. And I'm just going to say it's a single prompt agent for this. And I'm going to start from blank and I hit create. Now, once this loads up, we are also going to copy over our agent ID. And I'll show you where we're going to put all this in really soon. So our agent ID, let's copy this over. And I just want to make sure I add that in. So just added it to my notepad with my API key. Now, what is this going to do? It's going to call our receptionist. Our receptionist's name is going to be Samantha. I'm going to say, Samantha, hey, we have a new person that's interested in booking in. Please check the emails for that. Now, what I've actually done before, and you don't need to use this for this, but I just want to show you how cool this can actually be using AI to build AI. And I've gone into Claude and I've created a Claude assistant and a Claude project. And what I've done in Claude is I've loaded up a bunch of really good voice AI prompts that I've done in the past. And then I've also told Gemini Deep Research to do research on what makes really good voice AI prompts. And I might have done one or two of them. And it's a bunch of pages about what makes for a good voice AI prompt. There's 14 pages in here. Examples, tips on voice AI prompts. So really cool thing to use. And you don't have to really use it for this one, but hey, we're going to use this. So I'm going to say, I want you to write a prompt for me for an outbound voice AI agent. The outbound voice AI agent's name is going to be Samantha. We are going to call our own receptionist called Sandra. We're going to tell Sandra that we are calling her to notify her that we have just received a new email from someone interested in booking a course. And then we are going to tell them the email address, and we're going to tell them to make sure that we can check the email and do some follow-up. Now the email address we're going to send that through as a custom variable. So write it between the curly brackets. All right. So I just wanted to show you this. This is really cool, really awesome, because it can do a lot of awesome other stuff. It's probably a bit overkill for what we have here. But let me show you what it looks like in our custom variables that we're going to send over as well. So just to confirm, that's email address. So custom variables is in like this. So this is good. So Retell AI uses the same custom variables. Let's just hit copy over there. So Retell AI, this is going to be our assistant. I'm going to paste that cool little prompt in here. Let's hit the save button here. So outbound voice AI course inquiry notification. Hey, Samantha, internal assistant, personal preference, friendly type outbound call to Sandra. Call script. Hey Sandra, this is Samantha calling. I hope you're having a good day. I'm calling you to let you know that you have an email from someone who's interested. The email address is from, so we need to make sure we're going to use that one. Okay, so make sure you copy that somewhere. Could you please make sure you check the email just to confirm it? Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. So really basics, all right? So at the end of the day, Sandra's going to answer the call, so we don't have to have this in here. Now, what you should and must do is you need to follow up, do follow-up calls, do follow-up emails for this, and you should probably add an email into our AI agent as well, so you get notified as well. So maybe add in CC in this step in here as well. So at least you get CC'd in when this agent does all its things. But we have our agent, we have our prompt, and let's quickly see if we can demo this. Hello.
Hi, Sandra. This is Samantha calling. I hope you're having a good day. I'm calling to let you know that we've just received a new email from someone who's interested in booking one of our courses. The email came from @email_address. Could you please make sure to check this email and do some follow-up with them? Just to confirm, that's at email_address. Thanks so much, Sandra. Have a great rest of your day.
So that's all I need. Very basic. I just wanted to show you how cool this is. This is really cool. Anyway, back to our AI agent. We're going to come through in here, and we are now going to create an HTTP request. Now, if you want to know what all these means, how it all works, make sure you check out this actual full course in here. Come join the community. I'll give you the blueprint in there, and I'll give you a little bit of a taster in the free community as well, because there's a lot to go through in there as well. Now, and we'll see if we have time afterwards to try dig out the email address for this. Come in here, and we're going to just make it a little bit more advanced. But anyway, this is going to be our phone call tool description. Make a phone call to receptionist to inform, in fact, yeah, that's right, inform them that someone wants to make a booking. Phone call tool, and this is where we're going to see how good, inform them that someone wants to make a booking, how good our original prompt is. Now, I actually have this all saved up previously from another one. What we're going to do is import call. This is a really cool thing from N8N. Going to hit this in here, and it's going to fill out all the other things for us. Now, here we go. This is what I didn't want you to see. We're going to put our key in here. So this is the key that I told you to save earlier on. We're going to have that one in there. And now the JSON format, all we're going to do is make a couple of things in here. Oops. Scroll a little bit down. Hopefully you can see. Pop this out a bit bigger. So our caller ID, just keep that as it is. You can change it. It's just a unique ID. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a phone call. Our agent ID is the one that I told you in here that we should use. Now, the call status latency, you can use all those blanks. Now, the from number is going to be our number that we registered. And who we're going to call? We're going to call our AI assistant. Or we're going to call our receptionist. In this case, it's going to be me. It's going to be an outbound call. So dynamic variables, we just need, now see what we set in here. Do I have that? No, I don't have it. What we have in here, sorry, where's this Retell AI? We have email address. So that is what we're going to pass over to our assistant. Now, this is where N8N gets really smart again. So I'm going to say email address in here, and then I'm going to delete all these. Now we have a bit of a JSON string problem where we just need to delete that. So we're going to say from AI, this is going to be to email address. So the AI is going to figure this out. Email address. And then I'm going to say, what is this? This is going to be the email address that you received the original email from. Now, see how this is all blue? That means you don't have it quite set right where we need to come through in here. Click the expression part in here. Now, that should change it to gray from us, or red. Invalid syntax. Thinking this is the part that's wrong. Do I have too many in here? There we go. So the new lines was a little bit wrong there, so that's okay. So see how it's gray? Execute from previous nodes. So this means our AI assistant is going to pass this over to this tool. Okay, so that should be it. Let's go ahead and test this entire thing again. So if you click on P, it unmaps all these. We're going to come back through in here. We're going to click the P in here. Now, let's go through and we're going to create a new email from my Gmail account. Where's my Gmail account? There we go. Still not happy with that. Gmail account, compose a new email. We are going to say, schedule a booking. Hi there. I would like to book in a session. Can you help me out, please? That Sarah. I'm gonna confuse everyone with Sarahs and Sandras, but that's right. So hit that off. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 4, 5 Mississippis. They come through in here. We're gonna fetch. And hopefully, hi David, thank you for reaching out. Nope. Well, there we go now. Hi there, I'd like to make a booking. I'm always a little bit too fast with my counting. So, what is this going to do? Is it going to figure out it's a booking? Yes. Now we're going to move it into our folder for us. Now we're going to double check that hopefully this is not a reply email. And no, it's not a reply email. I'm going to come through in here. Now, I do feel like we're going to have a problem here, but that's okay. We'll work through it together. Now, execute this part. Right, it's going to craft the email. Oh, done. It's in the first email. Oh, here we go. Got my phone call coming in. Hello.
Hi, Sandra. This is Samantha calling. I hope you're having a good day. I'm calling to let you know that we've just received a new email from someone who's interested in booking one of our courses. The email came from altus9man@gmail.com. Could you please make sure to check this email and do some follow-up with them, just to confirm that?
Right. How awesome is that? I think it's pretty cool. So, I only sent one email. So, I got the email back in here. A booking meeting. Say, hey Sarah, thank you for reaching out from Booking Us. Please click on there. Alternatively, give us a call. Now, in the real world, our receptionist would get a phone call and follow up with them. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. That's, I think, pretty valuable. Quite a good experience. And let's just move these out of the way a little bit, and I'll quickly show you how we can actually go and try make something a little bit more of this. So move this over here, this over here, hit the copy in there, kind of say this is all for our. I'm just going to make it look pretty for a second. Come on, intention, variable. This is going to be move folder tool. Oops. Move folder tool. And we're going to keep changing those colors a little bit. And this is going to be our main agent 1. And I should move it a little bit down like this. That looks terrible. Come on. Move you guys down. Move this in the middle. Move this back through here. And should we just call that Super Agent 1? And why would you call it Super Agent 1, Super Agent 2? Right. So that's pretty much it. It's just Super Agent. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you understand this. I hope you see the value within this as well. And I think probably the most important part here is remember that this is just a skeleton blueprint. Now you need to figure out what other intentions there might be, what other email options there might be. And you can just copy and paste this and go as you go. There might be other tools. You might have to update things. Now, what you can do, and it's a little bit beyond the scope of this, your next module will be the retail agent. See if we can find an email from this signature in here and then give them a phone call as well. So that what we're going to do is we're going to analyze that email. Then we're going to try find a phone number for it. And if we find a phone number, it's going to trigger an outgoing call assistant that is also going to make that phone call. And if they want to, they'll be able to answer information, because that's what it needs to do, or it's going to be able to book them into a Go HighLevel calendar. So now we're going to start using some multiple options together. Really cool, really exciting stuff to do. So what I have done is I've done this cool little prompt in here. And all it says is your task is going to be, and this is what we're going to give our AI agent very soon, to extract some information. See if you can actually find a telephone number from there. And if you find a telephone number, we are going to use the email tool or the phone call tool and make a phone call. So you can read over this. We've covered off a lot of this already, so you kind of know what it's about. But I'm just going to hit this. I'm going to come in here. So this is going to be agent number 2. I'm going to hit the copy button. Hit the copy button on that. Control C, Control V. N8N is so cool. It's going to be agent number 2. Super agent 2. And we are going to copy this. I should have copied all of that. Paste those two in there because we want that simple memory, but we also wanted to have a bit of different memory in that. So that's all good from there. You need to link those babies up in there. Then we're going to say this is going to be a separate memory because I don't want it to use the same memory again. We're still using GPT 4.1. Is that what I used in here? I should have gone with 5, but anyway, we're still going to use that one. I'm going to put this to the side a little bit. Then what we're going to do now, the first one I have does not have a phone number, and that's cool. Okay, so that's kind of what I want. So I'm going to come through in here, going to add that entire prompt in there. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to say the email body, and I'm going to map that back out from the front. So have that in there. All right, let's see how this little assistant goes. So extract the first line. So this is important. I need to have that New Zealand number in there. So I need to have the +64 in there. And this is just what it does. It searches for a number And this is just retail AI related, where it wants that area or country code in front of it. So this is kind of an important part in it. And then I'm also going to want to send an email summary, and you'll see why that's so important in the next parts in it. But it's going to send the email summary so we can make that phone call. And all I'm going to say is that HTTP tool is only going to get used for make a phone call. I'm going to make sure we have that one in there. And it's only going to get used if we find the number. Now, I'm going to come through in here, and we're going to have all the same stuff in here. I'm just going to make sure we call this the make the phone call tool. Make the phone call tool. Now, let's just test this quickly. And it should not activate this. I hope if my prompt is good, it should not activate this. So execute this little cool step in here. And it should go through, and it should just say, hey, false phone number. So it didn't find a phone number. That's what we want. Nice. So let's build out a new voice AI assistant. What's going to happen if we find the phone number and they send a message back or whatever they get? We are going to call the person, and we're going to first ask them for their actual name, because sometimes names does not come through in emails. You can try extract it if you want to, but let's say you're sending from a business or support emails, it's not always the best. Okay, so we are gonna get our AI assistant to extract all of this, or ask for it at least. So we're gonna come back to our Claude assistant. So we're gonna come back to Claude, and this is what I mean. We're gonna build 2 more voice AI agents, and the other one is actually gonna be done with HighLevel. So you'll see how that goes. It's good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna come back to my projects, and we have our voice AI builder prompt in here. And what I have is I'm just gonna hit this again. You are an outgoing voice AI. I should probably tell it first. Hold on. I wanted to create a prompt for me for a voice AI agent. The voice AI agent is going to be an outgoing voice AI agent. Her name is going to be Samantha. Samantha works for the business coaching service. Samantha has received a email, and that email we're going to get as a custom variable. So email summary, it's going to be a 1-line summary, and Samantha's job is going to be to call a person. Samantha needs to introduce themselves and say something similar to like, hello, this is Samantha from the business coaching agency, and that they have just received an email, and then repeat the email summary, and then say something like, I just want to call up and just see if there's anything we can help with. We're going to then give the person a chance to reply, and once they reply, we also need to ask them for their name. Now, keep in mind that we want to act as human as possible, so we want 1 or 2 sentences that ends up in a question and then gets the other person to answer the questions. Now, Samantha's capability is going to be able to answer some questions about the business, and I'm going to be list to you 3 products, 3 pricings, and 3 descriptions of each product. So if the person asks anything about the products, you can use this information to answer the questions. You then have the capability of booking in a meeting or booking in a course. So if the person says something similar to like, I want to book in a course, then tell them no problem, and that you are going to transfer them to the course booking team. Your task will then be to use the call transfer tool to transfer the call over. So make sure you make this sound as human as possible. Remember, we're calling them. They might not be expecting the call. We do want to be a helpful assistant by answering the questions, and we also want to make sure that we get their name at some stage. Give me a good prompt. So I hope that makes sense. So our Retell AI assistant is going to make the phone call out and say something cool to them. Now, you can build in the names in here. We can do the extraction of the names. Let's actually see if we can update this. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to say, let's do this. I like everything in the top, repeat all of that, but I want the person, or I want the AI assistant to also go through the email and try extract a first name. And if it extracts a first name, then we assign the variable caller first name to that. But only do that if we can find a number. The number is the testing tool, obviously. Give a new updated prompt. All right, so we're just going to update this one. Just going to update our prompt a little bit as I was thinking along. It's like, oh, most emails actually do sign off as a name. So we'll go through that. We're going to, this is Samantha's prompt. So let's quickly, hey, you're Samantha, you got us to a helpful assistant. And we are going to copy all this. So hit the copy button. We are going to jump back into Retell AI. And this is just going to be, I don't need that one saved. And hit the back button. We are going to create a new agent. It's going to be a voice agent. And it's going to be a single prompt. And here, create a new agent. And we'll give this a second to load. I am going to paste this in here. And we're going to copy all this over. This is our course details. See if we can hit all this and see what Retell does with this. So this is the description in here. All right, so conversational. So you're Samantha, going within forward business coaching service, your personal warm and helpful messages. You'll get us to make a follow-up call. As a call requested. Flowscope party. This is Samantha from the Michigan. Wait for response. Email summary. So I was gonna go in the top here, and I'm just gonna say dynamic variables rules received, and I'm gonna go to do this email summary, and have that equals summary of the email. And I'm gonna say same thing, email summary, caller name. Yeah, I hope all of this works. So we're going to build this out first so we can see if it works. And then once we trigger this, we'll see if we can then trigger the next assistant, which is going to be the booking one. Name of the caller. Name of the person you are calling. And I'm going to say this. You have their name from caller underscore name. Then ask, is this caller underscore name? All right, this is right for this. Might be a bad prompting here. I don't quite like this, but anyway, this is our business product conversation prompt. Have two different meeting. Yes, use the booking tool. No, I don't want to use perfect. I'm happy for this. Let me consider into one. there's a little trick, use the call transfer function and transfer the call. Jeepers. The call. Guardians, error handling, tools, call transfer. Alright, hit the save button in there. Now, let's just quickly test this. I can't do transfer calls out from here if I'm not calling in. So, call transfer. Let's see, transfer to enter a static phone number, type call, warm, retail agent's number. I shall add this very soon. We'll get to this part. Let's just test this quickly. Hello.
Hi there. This is Samantha from Business Coaching Service Name. I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. We just received your email about email_summary, and I wanted to reach out personally to see if there's anything we can help you with. How can I assist you today?
Oh yeah, I was just wondering how much the business consultation is.
Great question. Our business consultation service is $300. It includes personalized career guidance, skill development, and support for professional.
Okay, thank you for that. Let me schedule that in. Can I book it in?
Perfect. I'd be happy to help you schedule that. Let me get you connected with our booking specialist who can find the perfect time that works for you. Please hold on just a moment while I transfer you.
All right. Transfer calls doesn't work like this. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna head over to a Go HighLevel account. So let's go in through here. That's in there, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna go to app.gohighlevel.com. Now, the only thing that might trip me up here is that this might be an American number, and I'm not sure if I can call from Retell to the USA, but we'll see if this works. We'll see if this works. If the number call transfer doesn't work and I don't get a call, then I will go with a different number, but let's just set this up for now. So I'm going to go to in a sub account called support. I am going to create a new voice AI agent settings. So I have a number on here. Now, let's go back in here. My awesome N8N voice AI builder. Hi, I want you to create a prompt for me. It's going to be for a booking agent. The booking agent's name is going to be Emma. Emma is going to receive a phone call from a person that wants to schedule in or book in a training course. Your task is just to follow the instructions, get their first name, get their last name, get their email address, and then proceed to book them into using the booking tool. That's all. That's your only function as a booking agent. Now, obviously, when you build this out, you also need to remember to build out a plan B if this doesn't work really well. But while that loads, we're going to come through here. We're going to come to voice AI agents. Then we are going to create a new agent. So we're going to have an agent list in here. That's our main one. So we'll remember that number. I'm just worried that might work, but that's okay. If it doesn't, we'll use another number with another account. I just need to go find one. So it's going to be called Emma, and it's going to be in call. Hi, welcome to the booking team. So I'm just going to go a little bit quicker in here, but this is HighLevel. This HighLevel's system. By the way, if you want a cheap version of HighLevel and the HighLevel sub account, make sure you come check out the free mentorship program in here, because there is $20 HighLevel sub accounts. By the way, anyway, back to HighLevel. HighLevel does a bunch of cool really cool, awesome things. But here we go. So it's going to be our voice.
Hey, Worldly 11 Labs friends, let's talk.
Obviously,
Let's have a
HighLevel
conversation about anything. My name's Jessica, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you.
HighLevel uses voice AI agents. Anyway, gonna come back to back. We're gonna hit the advanced button. We don't want to use a knowledge base. We're gonna come through in here, and we actually just gonna hit this, hit the copy button, and we need to remember to come update this. But let's just sort out our phone assistants. Hit that paste button in there, and we're just gonna have a quick look for it. Hey, awesome identifier, 15 seconds speech. Hey, I'm Emma. Sweet, that's all good. Custom actions, we are gonna say we need to book an appointment, and I'm just gonna those are just calendars I have. So demo system, I have some calendars set up. You're gonna have your own calendars. Just want to show you this proof of concept because we're gonna have the cool summary here as well. And I don't need to worry too much about the rest. You can HighLevel is really cool because we can update contact fields. We're gonna get name, first name, what to update the caller's name, example David. All right, and we're gonna say Mark. Right. That's all we need. That's all we need. Now I need to remember hit the save button in here, and I actually don't know how to relinquish this number. Edit. This is an old agent, so we're gonna come through in here. I'm gonna say, and you can't just remove it. Maybe we need to remove the actual agent. Delete. Yes, delete. And then I'm gonna make sure you are the main agent. Hit the save button. Then I'm not gonna test this one. I'm just gonna hit straight in here and do the call transfer option. So, and have that number. Hopefully this works. So New Zealand number to a USA number that sometimes does not work because of the geocoding, but that's all right. We'll see if this works. So call transfer, transfer when someone asks to make a booking, book in a course or schedule a meeting. I'm going to send it here. Ooh. Okay. Let's fix all that. Now I need to make sure, I think I need to add an outgoing call number to this one as well. Cold call transfer display. No, I don't need that. I hit the save button in here. Now, knowledge base, speech, real-time call settings. You're gonna have to do the rest when you actually do it. There's really good settings in here, really good analytics in here. But we're gonna call this our YouTube. Oops, is it on typing? YouTube calling agent. And I'm thinking when I come to phone numbers that I should give it the option to call out. So we inbound call agent, outbound call agent. Let's see if this works. All right. So, ooh, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I got my US number. All right. Let's give this a go. Now, what we want is we're going to want to copy this one again. So here we go, part from the start. So our cold calling agent is going to be, we are going to come through here. Now, this is where the magic's going to happen. The agent we want to use is this agent here. So we're going to use our new agent. Ooh, did I have that right? I don't think I did. Should say agent ID. Did I have that right? No, I have that right. So now to number, I'm going to have to add the AI part to it. So I'm going to say curly bracket from AI. Now how this works is the first part is going to be a description of it. We're going to say to number, and then you have a comma, and then or a name, and then what is it? The to number we need to, or the to number we are making the phone call to, and we're going to add a email summary, and there's going to be email summary. I just need to make sure. So always saying the email summary, and then I need to add a second one. Now I'm going to mess up my JSON. I'll show you how cool it is, how easy to fix JSON. So I know that this is going to be like this, and then I'm going to need to say, what did I say in here? I need to remember those variables. Okay, I'm just trying to go call a name. So those two in the email summary. Go for in here and there. Shut this, and you'll see it should give an error, and like this. And I'm just gonna copy it this time, and for here, just to make things a little bit easier. And I'm gonna say, now if there's no red marks, it means it's okay, because it works with spaces. Caller name, and I'm gonna say the name of the person we are going to call. Okay, so if you want to check your JSON format, it's going to come from here. ChatGPT it again. See how cool is it? ChatGPT for the easy stuff and Claude for the hard stuff. Check my JSON. Oops. Yeah, see caller name. So I messed something up there, right? Here's the fix. Oh, I actually didn't even realize I messed something up. I thought I had it right. Anyway, Control A, Control V, much better. Had it out. Right, let's just go test this. Remember, we have an updated prompt in here. And we're going to come back in here. We are going to come back through this. We are going to delete all this, and we're going to paste that one in there. Now I am going to write an email out to myself quickly again, and we're just going to go through it one last time. So nothing is mapped. That one is. And I'm going to go through in here. I'm going to say to cutman.com, and I'm going to say just on a side email in here. I'm just quickly writing it out. Can I book in a course? Hi there. there, I would like to book in a course. Now, I might actually have myself as a contact save in high level, but that's okay. From Mark David, from Frank Cutman. No, hit that send button now. The theory is, I hope you're keeping up with this, multiple AI voice agents that we are going to use and go and flow through here. Now, I want to have this in. I just need to listen when I actually get the email. This be a red one. Red looks cool. Right. Fetch event. I actually have a few emails that's just sitting there. I would like to make a course. Right. Book this in. Run this one. This is going to determine, what is it? Are we going to go for a booking? And then we're going to put it into a folder. Then we're going to classify if this is a first message or a reply. Then we're just doing this kind of an extra step here. Then I don't have my other phone with me. It's on charge. We're going to do this part in here where we're going to get the email. It's going to notify my assistant, my other phone, somewhere else. But it's executed that. It's gone through. I've gotten a reply in here. And there's my reply. Now, let's see this part in here. Is this all linked up in here? What is going to happen here? Very interesting to see if this actually... Oh, it's gone through. Oh, here we go. How cool, right? How cool. Hello.
Hi there. This is Samantha from Business Coaching Service Name. I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. Is it Frank?
Oh, yes, that's Frank.
Great, thanks, Frank. The reason I'm calling is we just received your email about wanting to book a course. I wanted to reach out personally to see if there's anything we can help you with.
Yeah, I was just wondering about the management support. What's that about?
Absolutely, Frank. Our management support course is all about helping businesses navigate.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. How much does that cost?
Great question, Frank. The management support course is $400. Would you like to know more about what's included, or are you interested in booking a spot?
Let's go ahead and book a spot.
That's wonderful. I'm going to transfer you right over to our course booking team. They'll get you all set up. Just hold on one moment for me.
Not quite sure that actually works. That was my only worry, is that we won't get through to here. So let me go and try set this up with a local number. So I can find another sub account and we're going to execute this all again. Okay, so what happened was indeed right, and we totally missed. It doesn't work with the geocoding transferring from one number to another number in a different country. It doesn't work, especially from a New Zealand number to a US number. And I'm sure you can figure that out and have it working. However, I have another one set up in here. Let's see if this one actually works. So it's going to trigger the workflow again. Get the same phone call. Hello.
Hi there. This is Samantha from Business Coaching Name. I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. This is Frank.
Yes, it is. Hey, can you just transfer me so I can make this booking, please?
That's wonderful. I'm going to transfer you right over to our course booking team. They'll get you all set up. Just hold on one moment for me.
Hey, this is Emma from the booking team. How can I help?
Oh, hi, Emma. I'm just ready to make a booking for my course, please.
Sure, let me check the available slots for you. Here are some available slots for your call booking today, the 14th of August at 4 p.m.
Yes, let's do that one.
tomorrow.
Let's do that one.
To book your appointment, I'll need your email address so we can send you confirmation details. Could you please provide your email?
It's just gonna be david123@gmail.com.
Thank you. Just to confirm, that's DAVID123@gmail.com.
That's correct. All good. Hey, thanks for that. Can you book me in?
You're all set for today, the 14th of August at 4 p.m. You'll get your confirmation and details at david123@gmail.com. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, you did good. Thank you. Goodbye. So I actually just got a sample email, so I'll just go check my emails, my inbox, and I have a meeting booking link in here. And while that loads, I can come in here, agent list, and we have Emma updated in here, and don't know if we can actually see just her stats, but we've got 4 calls here. Here's the David one contact in here, and we can go to call summary. These are connected to the booking call, and that was in there, and view the full transcript. There's the transcript. So all the cool stuff happened, and that way it's booked in, and me as the owner of the business or the receptionist or whoever got an email here as well. I don't know why Outlook is so slow. Everything else works really fine. Why Outlook just does not load for some reason. But you get that, right? So David booked in. Awesome work. Just like that. So hope that all kind of made sense. I'm still waiting for this to load. Don't know what's happening with Outlook. I'm just going to shut it. But yeah, that's how it works. I just disconnected that quickly in here. But we'll just go through it as a summary again. Where's the disconnect button in here? There it is, all the way over there. I can reconnect these ones and reconnect these ones. So that is it. That's pretty good and well done for a agent. So it is a voice or an email assistant that actually goes and scrolls through our emails, figures out what our emails is. Then it also can reply very specifically to our needs. It can also update our secretary that we have a booking via a voice call. And then it can also make a voice call out and book people in, right? So pretty high value AI assistant right here, multiple levels, multiple high level functions in it. So hope you find a lot of value in it. Hope it's really good for you. And yeah, you know where to get it. I will leave a big part of it within the free community in here. It will be in here for you to get. However, if you want to learn retail and all those cool things, it will be here in the classroom. And the paid community is obviously a lot better because there's a bunch of cool extra stuff in here that you get for free. So lots of cool things, really high value things to build out and add together and build on. This is just a blueprint. You can totally build this out more and have more functions and capabilities. So I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like and follow and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.